Welcome back to Crenshaw Castle. In this episode, we checking out the Rocky Horror Picture Show from back in 1975. Starting out following the wedding of their friends, a naive young couple, Brad Major and Janet Weiss, get engaged. The newly engaged pair decide to celebrate with their high school science teacher, Dr. Scott, who taught the class where they first met. En route to Scott's house on this dark and rainy night, they get lost with a flat tire. Trying to find a telephone to call for help, the couple walks to a nearby castle where a party be going on. They are accepted in by the strangely dressed inhabitants, led by the butler, Riff Raff, who dance to the time warp. Despite feeling apprehensive, they stay to meet the owner of the castle, a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania named Dr. Frankenfurter. He invites them to stay for the night and witness the birth of his creation. With the help of Riff Raff, Frank brings to life his creation, a tall, muscular, handsome blonde man named Rocky. As Frank vows he can improve Rocky into an ideal man at a week, a delivery boy named Eddie breaks out of this deep freeze riding a motorcycle. A jealous Frank sleeps Eddie with a pickaxe, justifying it as a mercy badly hurting to Rocky. Rocky and Frank depart for the bridal suite. Brad and Janet are shown to separate bedrooms, where each be visited and seduced by Frank. Meanwhile, Riff Raff and his sister Morkera torment Rocky. Janet, upset and emotional, see Brad smoking a dart in bed with Frank on this video monitor. She then finds Rocky, cowering in his birth tank. Whilst tending to his wounds, Janet seduces Rocky as Morkera and Columbia watch from their bedroom monitor. Dr. Scott, now an investigator of UFOs for the government, get there at the castle in search of his nephew Eddie, unaware of Brad and Janet's presence. Everyone finds Janet and Rocky together, enraging Frank. At this point, Morkera sounds the gong to summon everyone to an uncomfortable dinner that they soon realize been prepared from Eddie's mutilated remains. Janet runs screaming into Rocky's arms, provoking Frank to chase she through the halls to the lab. Frank uses his Medusa transducer to turn Dr. Scott, Brad, and Janet, as well as a rebelling Columbia, into nude statues. After dressing them in cabaret costumes, Frank unfreezes them, and they perform a live cabaret floor show, finished with an RKO tower and a swimming pool. Anyways, you gotta watch the flick to find out what happened in the end. Try to rent this movie and put it on when you with your lady. And you know we'll be back very soon with another episode of Crenshaw Castle. Later.
See you next time.